Okay. We're back. Oh, it feels like I've been saying this for the past few weeks, but this time it is actually true when I say it. This is the biggest game of our season. This is by far our biggest opportunity to get Europe because we are so far down the table at the moment. Despite Liverpool being utterly shite, we are probably still not going to be able to catch them or Villa or anyone surrounding those places. So this is basically our last chance to get European qualification and also to get a ninth FA Cup and be outright third in the table for that in terms of Premier League teams, which is a massive, massive honour. It's a big kind of, not papering over the cracks of this season, but it's a big kind of credit to the players, I would say, that we've managed to get to a final, despite how awful this season has been. And I think it's a good showing to potential other managers that might be coming in soon, wink wink, one certain Spanish centre mid, who will be looking at this team, especially considering the formation we're playing today, and think, oh, if we win this, then this is definitely a club that I can get behind, and definitely a club that I would like to lead. That being said, yeah, very nervous for this one. Very, very nervous. We know what City are about. I will have, I'll rattle off some in a second here, just because of, entertainment's sake, but I will have, finally, we're going to bring this back. I used to do this on the streams all the time, and I haven't been doing it for the longest time, because it takes quite a long time to set up, but specifically for this game, because it is so massive, I will have the scrolling facts thing on the bottom to do some match facts whilst we are in the actual watch-along thing. But before I do that, and before I forget, because I always forget, and I'm not going to this time, because this is a big game, I've done my research, I've done everything properly, here we go, this is today's game.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
Well, bang. I hope I'm not muted. I don't think I'm muted. Oh, God. That's our game today. I'm so nervous, man. We will go through the lineups of the two teams. Specifically, I think ours is quite interesting. I will say that City have not gone entirely full strength, which I imagine is because, or in part because, they've obviously got a title that they're chasing, which, even though it seems a bit out of sight, if Burnley or Palace do decide to show up, they do have every single chance to win the league, so they need to, commit to that. But they have put out a pretty strong lineup. Unfortunately, I won't be able to put it up on the screen because they've posted it on their Twitter as a video for some reason, and that makes the format all fucking weird. So I can't do that. I will show Chelsea's though. Yeah, this is a very interesting thing because I will say I'm going to rattle off some of these stats that are going to be on the ticker. But this is we have not beaten City since the 2021 UCL final in which we beat them, which is all really, really weird. They've lost their last two FA Cup finals. We've lost our last three FA Cup finals. So at least one of the teams are going to be breaking that streak today. And also just again, just a really weird thing is that if they win this, they catch up to us. In terms of FA Cups won, they get up to 8, and then it'll be a 4-way tie between us, Spurs, Liverpool, and City. But again, if we win this, we win our 9th, we go outright up to 3rd place behind Arsenal and United. So, yeah, very, very big. We've also got the bingo card, which I'll put up on the screen. We've got some funny ones on there. One of which I'm already going to claim the free space, by the way, once we get there, because I've seen already something that is just very funny and I wasn't expecting, which we'll talk about in a second. Let's get up the lineups. Let's talk about City's first. Mainly just because, and again, I can't put it on the screen. So pretty standard for them. They're playing that 4-1-4-1 we often see them do, with the kind of 4 midfielders behind Haaland, 4 at the back, and then Rodri in the centre. And that's a big talking point about this game. Last time we faced them, they didn't have Rodri, I'm pretty sure, and that was kind of one of the weird things that Pep did during that game, which we were all thinking, why the hell have you not played him? Because he's basically the focal point of their team. He is in from the start today. The notable absence, there is no Gianluigi Donnarumma, who has been benched in place of James Trafford, who's starting today. And the other one, which is a bit weird, is that there's no Ryan Cherki, who I was absolutely delighted to see not starting, because he's probably their best player in terms of form at the moment, other than Doku. And instead, there is Omar Mamouche, who is playing in one of those central roles, alongside Bernardo, I'd imagine. So yeah, on the bench, they do have both of the ex-Chelsea players in their team, in Ake and Kovacic, who, Luckily, they won't be able to score against us from the bench. That's all I'll say. Foden's on the bench, Reinder's on the bench, Ruben Dias on the bench, Stone's on the bench, Cherky, as I said, and Donnarumma, as I said. Also Savinho. But yeah, so just go over the lineup in general. We've got Trafford, Mateus Nunes, Kusanov, Gay as the two centre-backs. They've got O'Reilly as the left-back, Rodri in the centre-mid. Then the kind of four behind Haaland is Bernardo, Semenyo, Marmoush, and Doku. And then obviously Haaland up top. I've also got this on the stat sheet. Haaland is an interesting one. He has got a notoriously kind of terrible record at Wembley, and also a terrible record in cup finals, domestic cup finals, that is. So maybe he draws a blank against us. He often does draw a blank against us, which is interesting. So hopefully that can be, addressed. Instead, let's look at the Chelsea lineup now, because this one is more interesting to us. And we can put this one on the screen. It's a back three. I think that's the main thing we can say immediately. It's a back three. As soon as you see Fofana as the first name after Sanchez, who is back, by the way, from his injury, and this is where the free space is coming from. He's back from his, concussion protocol injury. He's wearing a Petr Cech helmet. And that's what the free space is going to be, and I'm going to tick it off, so it'll already be ticked off when it comes up on the screen. It's just written, isn't it? I always say that Sanchez has worldies. He's one of these players who, he either has absolute howlers or absolute worldies. He's nowhere in between. He's put on the Petr Cech cap, and I feel like today he's going to go absolutely bananas. I feel like he is going to be insane. I'm talking like Edouard Mendy in that UCL running style kind of performance. We will rattle off the other names in the team sheet. So the back three is Fofana on the right, Colwill in the centre, Hato on the left, I would imagine. And then it's written a bit weird because this is a 3-4-3. They've written it down. So now we have the midfield three of Gusto on the right, James and Caicedo as the two holders, and then Cucurella as the left. We saw Cucurella being absolutely phenomenal in our previous game, just constantly being a threat down the left-hand side, Caicedo picking him out all the time. And then I've put this on my screen as a 3-4-2-1, because I don't think it is technically a 3, because we've got Enzo, Palmer behind Joao Pedro. Now obviously it's fantastic to see Pedro starting. Palmer, we know, has a very, very good record in finals. Again, that's another one of the stat things I put on there. We do have both of our wingers back on the bench, which is interesting. Neto and Garnacho are both there. Delap's on the bench. We've got Asugo, who's on the bench. Andre Santos on the bench. The interesting kind of absentee from all of this. No Romeo Lavia, which is a bit worrying. But then again, I don't think he really fits into the kind of 3-4-3 style anyway. So I don't think it's that much of a problem. Josh is still on the bench. Tosin's on the bench. Chalobah's on the bench. Jurgensen on the bench. I will say, I've been, negative of our selections in recent times. I think this is one of the strongest teams we could field. I'm glad Jurgensen's not playing. I'm glad that Tosin's not playing. I'm glad that Chalobah's not playing. In truth, I'm glad that we've got James in the centre and we've got James, our captain, on the pitch at all. It's brilliant. Would have preferred maybe to see him on the right-hand side to be able to lock up Doku, who has been very, very good recently, but I do, despite the kind of shit we give him sometimes, I do think that Malo Gusto is pretty good 1v1, and obviously he's going to be a massive threat down the right-hand side, and I think that he is probably going to be the kind of man we look for. We always kind of opt to this when we are playing in these big games. Think about, obviously, when we were under Enzo Maresca, we went to, the Club World Cup final when we absolutely battered PSG by playing Malo Gusto basically like a right winger. It seems to be the way that he kind of operates best, is when he can just run forward and doesn't have to think about defending. So hopefully he does that. Now, we can go through the bingo card quickly. If I go to this, I've got my 1% faith, 99% whatever thing on there. Got to get my panels up. And we will have, as I said, on the bottom of the screen, I'm going to have this back now, because we used to have this, and it's going to be rolling. Can I get it from the start, though? Hello? Let's go from the start. There we go. So there's going to be some stats scrolling and stuff from the bottom. That is covering up that. Why is that doing that? Let's make this a bit smaller, shall we? There we go. I wanted to have that there because that's just, it makes me a bit more comfortable. Let's go over the bingo card. We have McFarlane ball in full flow. That's always left there. We have red card. I don't know why that's still on there. I'll just go through the new ones. We have Pedro Neto top scorer. This is specifically for Pedro Neto because he is the highest goal scorer in the competition at the moment, on 4, but if he gets another one, he ties with 5 with, I think it's a Burton Albion player, I forget his name, who's up there with 5 goals. We have South American link-up, we have the champions, we have fullback goal assist as normal, we've got Big Match Cole as the player of the match. He always turns up in finals, and I really do think that he's going to have a bit of, I feel like he's going to have another one of those performances where he just turns up. I put Malo Gusto. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys what this is, specifically about Malo Gusto. Obviously, we've taken the free space for Sir Sanchez wearing the Czech helmet. I'm not going to tell you guys what Malo Gusto is, but when it happens, it will be ticked off. That's all I'm going to tell you. Correct prediction, I've gone for 2-1 Chelsea. I do not think, as Nat said earlier, I do not think there is any way, shape in hell that we get a clean sheet here. And I feel like they will score, but I don't think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I think that both teams are going to be a bit cagey and not kind of full-out attack. So that's why I put quite a low-scoring, basically the lowest scoring winning prediction that I can do with them scoring a goal. Over 3 yellows, we've got Nacho History Maker. Now, this is a really interesting one. Again, it's going to be on the scrolling thing. Garnacho has the opportunity to make history here because no player has ever scored in 2 FA Cup finals for different teams against the same opponents. And this is the time that he can do it because he scored in the 2024 FA Cup final against City for United. So he could do that if he comes off the bench. We have a common grab involvement. This is always on there. British goal scorer replays. Anything else here? We've got Sanchez Worldy back on here. We've got over 2 Colwell line breakers, which is something we had on last time. We know he loves to do that. We've got Pedro over 20. He's currently on 20. I think it's either 20 goals or 20 goal contributions. I can't remember. I think it's 20 goals in terms of all competitions. If he gets another one, that goes on there. Rescrew Chelsea. This is the talking point, which I haven't put this on the stat sheet, but this is the talking point. We have been screwed out of so many finals by the refs. This is normally on the bingo card, but I'm pointing out specifically for today because the amount of times we get these horrendous decisions, either handballs not being called, or penalties not being called, or random red cards being called. I remember, I think it was Kovacic once got sent off for literally being stamped on, which was horrific. I would be very, very surprised if City don't win this because of some kind of dodgy call. That is all I'm going to say. And the final thing on the bingo card is Xabi Alonso in the crowd. We know they've been talking. We know it's said that it's going to be wrapped up by the end of the FA Cup thing. He might be in the crowd today. They might pick him out with the cameras. He might be in sunglasses and a black hat and trying to keep himself unidentifiable. But hopefully he's in the crowd and we can tick that off. If we do get a bingo today, that is a line. If we get a single line, whether that's horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, we will be gifting 5 membies on the stream. And because it's almost time for kickoff, I will get to boot up my thing. Here we go. Oh, they're singing the national anthem. I don't care for the monarchy, if I'm being honest. Czech hat for Sanchez is crazy. Up the fucking Chelsea. Come on, man. Welcome in. I will say that the presentation looks brilliant. I think they're gonna be a bit late to start. Depends on how quickly these people can get these things off the pitch. Under the Wembley arch. We did get some interesting news as well. I will say, speaking about Man City, we did get some interesting news earlier that Pep Guardiola has pretty much confirmed that he's going to be staying at City next season, which is a bit odd. They are going through the lineups now, which we've already gone through. But yeah, 3-4-3 / a 3-4-2-1 for Chelsea. That classic 4-1-4-1 for Manchester City. We've got both of our wingers on the bench, which I think is a good option as well. If we've got both of the wingers on the bench, that can give us some much needed pace and kind of threat later on in the game when we've got tired legs or what have you. Ali McCoy sounds like he's got a cold. What's happened to him? I'm going to be joining him soon. Peter Sanchez in net for real. Oh, I'm so nervous. I always get this is weird. I don't get nervous for football games until it's a final. As soon as it's a final, I get really nervous. I don't know why. Guess because it's just like make or break, and that's basically the main thing. The one thing I am just sad about is that we couldn't have Esteval on the pitch for this. I am wearing his shirt for the thing. Oh, they've actually put... Okay, interesting. They've put City into a 4-2-3-1 with Marmoush kind of playing as a second striker /10. Bernardo Silva playing a bit deeper. That could be how they've set up. We'll have to see. They always obviously put Nico O'Reilly into midfield, so we'll have to see where he goes. Expecting big things from Enzo Fernandez as well. He's on 20 G/A for the season. They are pointing out the discrepancy between Haaland and not scoring in finals, which is interesting. Callum McFarlane, bruv, if you somehow win us an FA Cup in, the space of 3 match weeks or what have you, man, that's crazy to think the type of people he could put himself with if he wins today. I think he came across really well in the presser as well. It's good to see. I'm gonna feel a little bit sad that he's gonna be replaced immediately because I think he's done a pretty good job. Oh, I hate it. I'm so nervous. Oh, I need to remember to do the timer. I was gonna forget if I didn't. Okay. Who's the refs? Peter Banks, the video assistant referee, which I'm sure we'll hear from him at some point. Who's the actual ref? Because I bet it's some dickhead. Chelsea with the huddle. Darren England? Okay. Alright. It could be worse. I will say it could be worse than Darren England. It definitely could be. It could have been Anthony Taylor. So at least there's that. Here we go. Chelsea are kicking off. We have won the toss. We're kicking off from right to left. The weather is not brilliant for an FA Cup final, but cheer us on in the sun and rain, as they say, and Cole Palmer will get us underway. Ball all the way back to Robert Sanchez. He's going to play a long ball straight away. Seeking Joao Pedro. Gay wins it in the air. Haaland wins it on the second ball, and Bernardo will try and get it out to Doku. I think this is going to be a bit of a pattern of players, seeing Doku getting on the ball a lot. Oh, they've got Stevie G as one of the co-commentators. Why have they got him there? God damn. Here's Semenyo, who's starting on the right-hand side, as kind of expected. Yeah, interesting to see. Marmoush and Haaland are playing like a top 2, actually. He's not playing deeper like we expected. Gay's almost given it to Cole Palmer. Semenyo again. I feel like this is going to be the pattern of play for the majority of the game. City having a lot of possession and us trying to play on the counter. Playing through long balls rather than, playing through possession. Here's Kusanov. Under a little bit of pressure from Joao Pedro, but not a full press yet. Bernardo Silva. Cross to O'Reilly. Chelsea now putting on a high press, putting on a big squeeze. Doku's been tackled by Wesley Fofana. Good work from him. He gets it to James. There's Malagusto. And now Chelsea do have a little bit of a spell of possession. It will be interesting to see how we try and create things. If we're going to go long or if we're going to try and play through the press. First ball is over the top from Wes Fofana, so probably the kind of breaky direct route for Chelsea today. I think the midfield battle between Caicedo and Rodri and Bernardo is going to be interesting there. And obviously James in there as well. Here's Rodri. Back to Mark Gay. Here's another one of the ex-Chelsea people, which I didn't actually mention. He is in the starting 11. He's going to go all the way back to Trafford, who's in goal instead of Gianluigi Donnarumma today, which is... We'll see whether that's a good choice or not later. I think it's a bit bizarre to take him out, honestly. Here's O'Reilly. Long ball from him, seeking out Doku. It's going to go all the way over the top, and Sanchez can claim that. They're talking about the headgear. I love seeing a keeper wearing a headgear. I don't know why. He used to be an old player I used to like from. I think he played for Inter Milan. Back in the day, I think he was called Chivu, who used to wear a head protection as well. He was a centre back. Don't know why that's the thing. There's a line breaker from Colwell. He gets it to Enzo, but his pass forward to Cucurella is not picked up by the Spaniard. That's one though. We'll keep that in mind. I think he's going to be so important for this team. Levi, it's good to see him back. It's scary how quickly he has recovered in terms of being thrust straight into the mix after such a long injury. Here's Rodri. Is that their current gaffer? I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not paying. I haven't been really paying attention to Serie A. I was really funny when I was much younger. I was way more into other leagues. Now that I've gotten older and I don't have the time, I just focused on the Prem. I keep a loose eye on the Scottish Premier League as well, for familiar reasons. But apart from that, is Silver again. Back to Gay. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. It's Gay again. I will say, City are being a bit patient, but I don't know if it's due to the fact that they're struggling to break us down or if it's because they're trying to draw us out. Either way, we've won a throw on the left-hand side. Here's Caicedo. Harto plays it off Semenyo for another throw. He's going to throw it up to Joao Pedro. Good little ball forward for Cucurella, who's running through on goal here. He's thrown off the ball by Nunez. Interesting. I don't think that was a foul. He's complaining about it. I think that was shoulder to shoulder. A little bit forceful from him, but don't think there's anything in that. Kusanov into Bernardo Silva. Is Gay up to Doku. O'Reilly's made the run, but he's not picked out. Here's Kusanov. Got a big Super Chelsea chant going throughout Wembley. Chelsea fans very vocal despite reports of limited numbers. Here's Fofana. Sanchez will play it out. Joao Pedro's been fouled on the halfway line by Kusanov, and the referee's not called it. Here we go again. And now Silva's going to break up the other side. Is Semenyo up against Cucurella. Gets a shot away, but it's... Ooh, it almost broke for Marmouche, but Sanchez saves. Yeah, he's had to wear. He's obviously his own concussion protocol, so he's got to wear it. Yeah, tame effort from Marmouche. Inventive idea. Here's Bernardo Silva starting to get some gaps opening up for City now. Until Chelsea settle into their shape, and now they've got to go again. Nunez is giving it away to Cole Palmer, but he can't keep a hold of the ball. It's Nico O'Reilly. Gay steps forward. Marmouche is giving it away, and this referee is going to do my head in. I can feel it. It's the second one he's given that's just not anything. Oh, it's... second thought, that is a little bit of a stamp. I don't think it's intentional, though. They've got. I will say they've got momentum since that ball broke to Joao Pedro and they didn't call the foul. They've almost built in confidence off of not being given that. Free kick in a pretty, I would say, innocuous place. It's about 40 yards out. It's very central. I don't think there's going to be a shot on goal from this. Semenyo is the man over it, and so is Bernardo Silva too. I imagine this is going to go wide left to Doku. I don't think this is going into the box. It's Semenyo, who did take a strike. It's gone straight into the Chelsea wall. And now Cole Palmer can break up the other side. Kusanov across to kick the ball out for a throw. We'll say Palmer's looking, like he kind of often does in finals. A little bit more of a spring in his step than usual. Here's Fofana. Long ball for him, seeking out Joao Pedro. Beaten in the air rather, by Mark Gay. And now Colwell will boot one. And Joao Pedro is going to chase for this. Oh, it's just a bit too close to the goalkeeper. And Trafford can claim that. It's Gay. O'Reilly. Good ball forward for Marmouche. He's being tracked by Hato the entire way. Now Doku. In behind for O'Reilly. Cuts it back and Fofana's tracked him all the way. They're starting to get those little triangles working, see? Will be a City corner though. They've taken it short. It's Doku. Being doubled up on by Gusto and Hato here. He's going to play one to the back post. It's going to be Rodri across, and Haaland couldn't get on the end of it, and a foul has been given. I'm not sure what for, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Rodri's onside. So it's actually a brilliant block from Joao Pedro to stop that going on goal. And then Haaland's been given a caution for a high foot, I think that is. It's going to be a long ball for Sanchez again. Ball's gone all the way over for Rodri. He's headed it back for Trafford. And the little pressure from the Chelsea front line has allowed him to claim that very comfortably. He'll roll it out to Gay. So Riley. Rodri. Silva out to Nunez, who's going to run up the pitch. Here's Semenyo now. Up against Cucurella. Cuts inside. Little flick to Nunez. But he can't beat the Spaniard. He's very good defending from Cucurella. He's going to keep hold of the ball, though. Semenyo. Here's Doku on the other side. Up against Malagusto. Gay in behind for O'Reilly, but O'Reilly didn't make the run, and it's just gone off the pitch. Chelsea goal kick again. That's the first 10 minutes down. We haven't conceded in the first 10 minutes, I'll take it. Chelsea going to play it out from the back short this time. We've done very well there. Hato's given it away. Enzo's won it back. Here's Joao Pedro. Good hold-up play from him, and he will draw the foul from Rodri. Free kick for Chelsea a little bit further up. I think we will find some success if we play it short like that. But it's just got to be a little bit brave. Cucurella to Caicedo. Here's Colwell. Hato again. Now Enzo on the left side. He's going to seek the ball forward for Joao Pedro first time, and it's a brilliant pass. If he's onside, good touch. He's been dragged back by Kusanov, and now the flag has gone up for offside. I think that was close. Yeah, he's off. Close, but he's off. Good to see on the replay there. Malagusto was breaking his neck to try and get in the box there. His Doku evading a couple of challenges and gets it out to Nunes. Semenyo 1v1 versus Kukurea again. Plays it a ball across, and no one went for the ball. I don't think anyone expected the ball to go through Kukurea's legs like that. To be fair, it's a good invention. Oh, it didn't even go through his legs; it went around him. There was just no one anticipated the ball. Really surprised Haaland wasn't there. That's his bread and butter, that. Will be a goal kick to Chelsea. We're going to take it short again. Colwell's surging long ball. He's going to go out for Kukurea. I think that went off the pitch. And the referee does call it as a throw. We can see what Chelsea are trying to do. They're trying to play it over the top of the high line. It's always going to be Joao Pedro and Kukurea as the targets for those long balls. Wouldn't be surprised if Enzo makes one of those late runs as well at some point. It's Kusanov. O'Reilly. Now Nunes. Possibly. As I said, the direction that this channel is going, probably not, because I don't, you know, it depends on when it gets confirmed, really, because I think that it's going to be, if it gets confirmed soon, then I'm just not going to have the time with other projects that I'm already doing. And then by the time that I do have the time, it's going to be like, there's no point. Like, it's, you know, it'll already be covered by about 15,000 other channels, so. Long ball from Gay has gone straight towards Sanchez, who spilled it for a second, but he claimed it again. Might do a short on it. Might do like a YouTube short on it or something. It's going to be a throw for City on the left-hand side. Bernardo Silva. To Kusanov. Semenyo. I do fear for Chelsea playing this way that if we don't start getting a bit more of a foothold on the ball, we are just going to kind of fade from the game and get a bit tired because they're just passing it around us and we're having to just chase shadows at the moment. Here's Rodri. He plays it through the lines for Semenyo. He's going to get away from Kukurea once, but then he's recovered. Kukurea's gotten very agitated at the linesman. He's going to get a talking to from the ref here. I'm not really sure what he's... Not really sure what he's even complaining about. For being perfectly honest. He said to the lino, that's twice now. I'm not sure what he's complaining about. I think he's probably saying that Semenyo is being a bit too handsy. Well, I think at the moment it's all but confirmed, pretty much. We've said that he's our first choice. He's already said that he will, according to reports anyway, he's already said yes to the project. It's just a matter of signing pen to paper, and I think that that's going to happen after the FA Cup final, because, you know, we've got other things to think with the FA Cup final being, you know, now. We've just got a bit too much stuff to do, and that's kind of been going on in the background. Hello, welcome in. We are 17 minutes into a nerve fest. Here's Kusanov. Okay. Long ball forward is going to go straight out for a goal kick. I will say one thing, we are definitely frustrating City. They don't seem to be playing that same fluid football that they often like to do. Will be a goal kick for Chelsea. Are we going to play this? I think we are going to play this long now. Yeah, we've had a couple of goal kicks that have come short that haven't resulted in anything, so we're going to go back to going long again. Long ball from Sanchez. One in the air by Joao Pedro. Palmer was a bit too close to him, so he's not going to pick up on the second ball. It's Doku now. It's been a foul given on Malagusto there. And they're showing Callum McFarlane in the media. Chelsea won the ball back here. Here's Cucurella. Gets it to Hato. Here's James. Ball in behind for Malagusto now. Ball across the face for Cucurella. And it's a good intervention from Mateus Nunes on the back post to stop him from getting there. And that's the first time we've really threatened. And it's immediate danger for Chelsea there. Don't know what Hato was doing so high up the pitch, but it worked out. So the ball needs to be a bit better from Gusto, if I'm being honest. I don't think Cucurella is actually going to get on the end of that, even if Nunes isn't there. But good one. Got your Caicedo number 25 kit on. Let's go. Unfortunately, my Caicedo kit is the third kit, so I'm wearing my Esteval shirt at the moment because I needed a home shirt. It's going to be a short one taken by Reece James this corner, and now it's gone all the way back. Ugh, I hate when that happens, man. Gusto. Does give us some possession, but that's really frustrating. Sanchez should go long here, and he does. Seeking out Joao Pedro, he's up against Kusanov. Joao Pedro keeps winning the ball in those scenarios, but we just don't get we just don't get the man there for the second ball. Because it's often Palmer and Enzo, and to be fair, Enzo's a bit slow, and Palmer's just, you know, he's been injured, and he's just a bit lackadaisical at the moment. All in on Cesc if we get Alonso, I'm happy. Yeah, same. I would feel bad for Cesc considering, like, I wouldn't want to take him out of the success that he's been having at Como. Like, I would like him to just settle there for a bit longer, and if anything ends up happening with Alonso, then, you know, we can fall back on Cesc. Oh, good work here, and Enzo's got Joao Pedro running through on goal here. He's only got Kusanov to beat. He's got the speed to get back here, though. Joao Pedro's gonna... Oh. He could have played that back to Enzo, and he used the decoy of his run to take a shot, but he slipped when he's taking the shot. I think it would have been audacious if he got it in from there anyway. But that's the threat that we are posing on the counter. We're starting to grow into the game now. Here's Bernardo Silva. Now Doku. I will say, one thing that Chelsea are doing very, very well is getting support out to the wingers when they get those 1v1 scenarios, because we are not letting Doku get on it like 1v1 against anyone. And Palmer's just tackled Doku brilliantly well there, and he's actually drawn a foul as well. 20 minutes gone. Not too many threats from Manchester City so far. Chelsea are going to play it out from the back now. Sanchez. Wes. Gusto to Reece James. He's been thrown off the ball here, and Haaland's through, and he's flashed it across the face, and I don't know if that was a shot or a cross. I think it was kind of he got caught between two minds. I'm really not sure why the referee hasn't called this as a foul on James. He's been thrown to the floor by two players there. I think it was a pass in the end. Caicedo's won the ball back. Here's Levi Colwill surging forward. Joao Pedro's going to try and... Oh, God. He was trying to switch and play that on his weaker foot, and that is an awful ball. It's gone straight to the goalkeeper. I think Joao needs to just calm down a little bit. And now the referee has stopped the game for something. Caicedo's down. I don't think it's a serious thing, because he's just signalled to the bench no, like he doesn't need to come off, I think. But I think he took a bit of a whack when he played that ball forward earlier. This will give Callum McFarlane some chance to get some instructions to his players, though, whilst there's a break and play. Welcome in. How you doing? Caicedo is back up to his feet, luckily. He is hobbling, though. He's really testing out his knee. I'm not sure what happened there. So I think it's either an interesting landing or he's taken a bit of a whack when he played that ball forward. We always see this from Caicedo, though. He seems like he's suffered a horrific injury and then he plays for the whole 90, so... Amazing day yesterday. Hope the streak continues. I'm trying to think of what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday? I think I'm out of the loop. Personal stuff. Good. Personally, I am on a bit of a high as well. Spoke about the other day that I got my holiday finally booked. I've gotten onto my diet again. I've got 6 months to get in shape. And yeah, I started a diet, started a workout plan. I'm in absolute agony from my core workout yesterday, but feeling good. Here's Levi Colwill. Brilliant work to shepherd the ball away from Haaland. Here's Caicedo. Pokes it to Enzo. Oh, he tried to play it through for Joao Pedro. Cucurella was free on the left-hand side. He didn't see him. Little nudge in the back from Enzo will give them a free kick, and they're going to surge up the pitch here now. I'm not doing any particular diet. I'm just doing calorie deficit. Good ball in here for Nunez. He's crossed it across, and Haaland's going to score, but I think the offside flag will go up. Yeah. Nunez was off by a mile, by the looks of things. I think Nunez was off by an absolute age. Yeah, he's off by an absolute mile. Yeah, after the last time I did a diet, I did keto, and after that, I just I like my carbs too much to do keto, so I was like, oh, you know what, I won't do keto again. I said I'm gonna be doing this for 6 months. I've got 6 months until my holiday. I'm basically I'm gonna be going to quite a hot part of America, so I think I'm gonna probably have my shirt off quite a lot. So I want to get in shape. That's pretty much my motivation for that. Is O'Reilly. Doku, who's dropped deep. Here's Gay. All the way back to Trafford. Caicedo's won it in the middle, tries to get it through for Joao Pedro, and it's cleared by Bernardo Silva, who's covering for a Chelsea throw high up the pitch. Cuckoo's going to throw it back to Harto here. Chelsea can build once again with Levi Colwill. Yeah, I think Alonso... I don't know. My thoughts are kind of, like, he's clearly the best option at this point. Whether he's going to mould into the Chelsea way or not is another question. Here's Wes Fofana surging up the pitch. He gets it to Gusto. And O'Reilly will take it off him. Whether he kind of fits this team or not, I don't know. Well, again, like, remains to be seen. Doku can get past Palmer, but can't get past Enzo, who's won the ball not once but twice, and the referee's called a foul when he's clearly got the ball, and I guarantee they're going to give him a card or something for this. Oh, yeah, fucking Jesus. He wins the full ball both times. Wins it off of Doku there, wins it off of Doku there, wins the ball there. Clear. That's the cleanest tackle ever. He wins the ball. They've given it for follow through. I always hate that. This referee's been clearly against us the entire game so far. That is not surprising in the least. Oh, did they not caution him? I thought he got the card out. I'm not sure if he actually got the card or not. Oh, he did, okay. Ball over the top to Haaland. He's going to get it, or try to get it to Silva, but Gusto's there ahead of him. It's Colwill. Caicedo for James. Up to Gusto. And now where's Fofana? James again. Long ball from him. Seeks out Joao Pedro. Gay's going to head it back, but Joao Pedro will win the ball. And gets it to Gusto, rather. It's Palmer who's standing in offside position. Fuck's sake, man. A schoolboy error, just standing in an offside position like that. Come on, Cole. Oh, I think he might have actually been on there. I think Nunez was keeping him on. Joao Pedro's now down. He's got a bit of a muscle spasm or a dead leg or something, it looks like. Again, McFarlane using the opportunity to get some instructions to his players. Imagine if Liam Delap comes off the bench and scores the winner. They spotted the Gallagher brothers that are in the crowd. Here's Cole Palmer. Good work from Cole Palmer. Gets away from one, gets away from two. Gets away from three, but he gets the ball away from three, but can't get himself away from three. Now there's loads of space for Semenyo on the other side. And Cucurella has fouled him, and I'm surprised they're not going to give a cut. Oh, they are. Okay. That's another card for a Chelsea player. That one's just. It just shifts the ball away from the challenge. Chris Bowes entered the chat. Yeah, but at least Crespo was a good player beforehand. Delap, not exactly. Semenyo again. He's taken on a shot on his left hand side that has spun so far out that it's gone for a throw. He has sliced it so badly. That's an absolute spoon foot. He's almost killed someone in the front row. Malagusto will take the throw. Palmer's giving it away. Doku with a little flick, but he can't get past Gusto, who's then been fouled. There'll be a Chelsea free kick in the corner flag. Is Rob Sanchez to take the free kick. Long ball seeking out Joao Pedro once again. He wins the flick on. Here's Enzo. Palmer. He gives it away to O'Reilly. Oh, Palmer's touch has just been so off today. Here's Doku. Challenged by Gusto and forced back. Here's Bernardo Silva. The high press from Chelsea is now forcing City back all the way to Trafford. It's a terrible pass out, and now Cole Palmer will get another chance to get on the ball. Good turn from him. He's got no support on the right-hand side, but he's waiting for Gusto, but he's come a bit too late, and now City have got their men back. Chelsea going to get a bit of possession here now, though. Caicedo through the lines. Palmer. Malagusto out on the right-hand side. He's going to take on O'Reilly, and again, swings the ball in. It's a deflected cross, and it falls straight into the hands of Trafford. Here's Rodri. Now Silva. The thing with these types of games, which I feel, yeah, it's like, okay, we're holding on, we haven't conceded. But, like, on one hand, you could say, oh yeah, the longer the game goes on, the more likely City are to score. And even though, like, you know, even though we're defensively sound at the moment, if they do score, it just feels like we're never going to get another goal back. Because we're just not threatening enough. Guerrero wins the header and is then thrown off the ball by Nunes. Bit of play acting there from Enzo to win the foul, I will say. City are definitely getting a bit frustrated. To be honest, I will take pens. If I'm being honest, I will take penalties against this City team. Here's Colwill. We've got like some really, really good pen takers in our team. Harto through the lines. Brilliant to Joao Pedro. His flick goes to Palmer. And then Caicedo will pick it up again. It's going to be shoved forward by O'Reilly. And Colwill very calmly chests it down. Here's Gusto. Back to Colwill. Line breaker from him to Enzo. Brilliant. Caicedo. James. The ball needs to move a bit quicker. We're moving it very slowly whilst we break. Here's Gusto on the right-hand side. And now the attack is just slowed completely down. That's the second line breaker, though. One more of those. There is one. There we go. 3 line breakers from Colwill. Here's Enzo. I'll take it off in a second. Enzo's going to swing one to the back post. And Malagusto. Cross the box. Oh, it's a good header by Gay to stop Palmer from getting there. Where is it? Boom. Good bit of pressure for Chelsea now. If we can get one before the half, that would be brilliant. Here's James. Harto. Yeah, I'm wearing Esteval's home shirt. Line breaker from Colwill is going to ricochet off of Kusanov. And we'll go out for a throw. Not sure who Colwill was actually looking for there. It almost seemed like he just blasted it as hard as he could. That's who we need to get on the ball more. We really need to get Colwill in those scenarios where he can unlock the first line, as it were. Here he is again. James. He's dropped a bit deep. Fofana out wide. Gusto. Back to James. His ball over the top for Gusto. And he's going to get there, the Frenchman. He's quicker than Gay. He's going to play it off Gay and get it back. Now it's back to James in a crossing position. He gets it to Palmer instead. He gets it across. It's Cucurella in the edge of the box and he just can't quite touch it down. The pass was a bit too high for him and he's had to chest it down. Chelsea, a big bit of sustained pressure now. Here's James. The football down the right-hand side has been very good at the moment. Gusto very much involved, and here he is again. Here's Colwell. Out wide to Cucurella, and back again. Colwell once more. Line breaker to Caicedo. Joao Pedro. Caicedo. Whips it out to the right-hand side for Gusto once again. Cole Palmer on the right-hand side. Chance for him to get the ball into the box. And he does swing it in. It's deflected off of Bernardo Silva for a corner. He didn't know what was behind him there, the Portuguese. And he had to get that because I'm pretty sure Joao Pedro was behind him. I should do that, to be fair. Yeah, it was 2 last game. We should maybe we'll count it as 3. If he gets another one... If he gets another one, we'll count that fully. Yeah, this season's Esteval shirt. It's going to be a outswinger from Reece James for the corner. It is going to go into the box this time. It's fallen for Cucurella on the edge of the box. He takes a strike. It's going to deflect away. Caicedo's recovered the ball. Here's Palmer. Sweeps it out to the left-hand side, but O'Reilly's in the way. And Bernardo will head it away. Caicedo wins it back. Cucurella to Hato. Gay's just taken a dive and grabbed the ball, and they've called that as a foul. Oh, I hate that. I hate that type of foul so much. It's just not a foul. He's just deliberately fallen to the floor. That's so annoying. Couple of City substitutes being warmed up. Cherky's on the sideline, which is a bit worrying. I want him off the pitch for as long as possible, man. Especially after we didn't sign him because of attitude problems, and he's been one of the best players in the league. It's going to be a long free kick from James Trafford. Palmer does it all the time. I just hate it in general. I hate it. It's so annoying. It shouldn't be given. Trafford should be getting a yellow card here, man. He's taken so long over this free kick. Come on, ref. He's delayed it by about... Oh, it's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous he hasn't been given a card for that. And after all that, his ball's gone out for a fucking throw on the other side anyway. Idiot. All of the 2020s. Yeah, silver accounts. Trying to think who else. I'd say... I mean, I guess Cucurella kind of counts. Here's Joao Pedro. He's going to get it forward for... Oh, my goodness. If the pass was slightly better, Palmer was through on goal. It's Doku on the left-hand side now. Up against Malagusto. James gets back to give him some help. So Riley to Rodrigo. That's the thing which is annoying. It's because it's not, late on in the game. The referee hasn't given that. But if he did that same thing in the 80th minute or, the 90th minute, he'd get booked for it. It's really stupid. The one thing that I always hate about football is how the rules change depending on the time of the game and depending on the occasion. That's one of the things that should never be subjective. It's so annoying. A big "your support is fucking shit" chant goes from the crowd. I'm pretty sure that's from the Chelsea fans. Oh, it's a good ball forward for Haaland. Oh, Sanchez saves it. Sorry, my screen went all the bitrate on my Sky Go went all weird, so I didn't actually see what was happening there. But yeah, Haaland's taking a strike, and it's a good save from Sanchez. A save he should make. Corner was taken short. Here's Doku. He's going to go around the outside, but he's tackled by Gusto. Silva puts it into the back post, but Gay can't get on the end of it. Here's Semenyo on the other side. Pressure from Reece James and forces him all the way back. Is O'Reilly. To Nunes. Now Kusanov. Back to Semenyo. Here's Doku once again. O'Reilly. Tackle by Harto is a good one, and Palmer will get it to Gusto. And now back to Sanchez. Clear this, please, lad. There we go. Long ball from Sanchez. Joao Pedro underneath it. It's going to be headed back by Kusanov. It's going to fall all the way back to Sanchez in the end. Long ball out from Sanchez, seeking Cucurella, who's not kept that in. The commentary team are just ripping Omar Marmoush to shreds at the moment. They're just saying he's fucking terrible. Let's get him off the pitch. Good ball to Doku. He's got a bit of a heavy touch though, and he's had to rescue a throw in instead of a goal kick. It's going to be 3 additional minutes to be played in the half. In terms of the time wasting stuff, I think, and I retweeted this on Twitter yesterday. Mark Clattenburg, ex-referee, has very, very good opinion on that, and he basically says that if there's any time wasting on any like set piece scenario, it just gets reversed to the other team, and they'd stop doing it. Silva. Oh, tackled by Joao Pedro. He's through on goal here. And Kusanov has knocked him down. That's got to be a pen, surely. Levi's looked really, really good. I can't believe he's not called that. There's absolutely no touch on the ball, and it's not shoulder to shoulder. He's barged him. Colwill. They're now stopping for delay. He just barges him. They've cleared it. I just think it's a bit aggressive, is the thing. He hasn't gone shoulder. It's not like he's a shoulder to shoulder and then he's fallen over. He's physically put his elbow in. That's the only reason why I'd say it's a pen. But I think, to be fair, I think Joao Pedro should just stay a bit stronger there. Here's Colwill. But it seems like the referee is. See how quickly that got checked and cleared. By the way, is ridiculous. If that was for them, that would be checked for about 5 minutes. Good ball out from James to Cucurella. Here's Enzo. Chelsea finishing this half very strong. Final minute of the additional time. Harto. Caicedo. He's going to get it across to Fofana. Now Gusto. Palmer. Oh, and it goes back. Ball's got to go forward, lads. It's Harto. Colwill again. James. Fofana. Back to James. He's going to launch it forward. Malagusto's made the run. He's being a bit of a nuisance. Bernardo Silva will clear. Colwell steps in ahead of Haaland and wins it. Here's Gusto again. James on the overlap. Whip that in, lad. Oh, he needs to play the ball. Go, put it in the box. There's 3 seconds left. And now he's giving it away as well. Harter will get it forward, but the referee's going to call for half-time. Oh, man. It's frustrating end to the half. We were very strong in the end there. Very, very weak at the start, but at least we haven't conceded. That's all I'm going to say. We have not conceded. Pretty much the only chance they've had is that Haaland chance that Sanchez saved pretty comfortably, so can't be too mad at that. If we just get a bit more invention in the final third, then we'll probably get a goal here. I'm going to quickly pop onto the Be Right Back screen, and we can... I forgot to pause the timer. So that's fun. Where is the timer thing on the bingo? Boom. And yeah, I'm going to quickly go to the Be Right Back screen. I'm going to get my late breakfast, and I'm also going to flip over to the right thing. Give me 1 sec. Alrighty, we are back. We're back. Sorry, it took absolutely ages because I had a bit of family stuff to sort out. What has happened to the timer, bro? Hello? There we go, okay. So yeah, 0-0 at half time. Chelsea's game plan working to perfection so far in terms of shutting out City. Not creating too much though, but we definitely were in the ascendancy towards the end of the game. I think that maybe if we want to go a bit more aggressive, we throw on one of the two wingers. I'd possibly put Pedro Neto in as a replacement for Cucurella, especially now that he's on a yellow. I think that would probably be the change that gets made. Put him on as a wing back, because obviously where he kind of made his name as a Wolves player. They're talking about that. They're talking about that Enzo thing, and it's just like he wins the ball, man. Ryan Cherky is coming on, and Marmouche off, obviously, as we kind of expected. I will be yamming on my my breakfast, so I do apologise. I've got bran. Yeah, so straight swap Ryan Cherky for Marmouche. Yeah, well, people will be coming back from concessions, I'd imagine. Get a hot dog. Will be City kicking off this time from right to left. Yeah, a bit worrying seeing Cherky on the pitch. One thing I will say about Cherky, when he gets a bit confident, he does start doing stuff that's a bit stupid. And I know a lot of the time that does work out for him, but... Oh, I forgot the timer. Hang on. We'll wait until we're at, like, 46 minutes and I'll start it. Ball up the pitch from Trafford. It's going to be won by Malagusto. Nope, he's fouled by Doku. I can do 45-30, can't I? Boom. There we go. I will say that the formation that we've started with has definitely given us options later on in the game, depending on whether we need to lead, we need to like hold on to a lead, or whether we need to get back into the game, or or just go a bit more threatening. We can do that with this formation. Here's Hato. Enzo with the long ball over the top. João Pedro. It's going to be picked up by the Brazilian here. Great hold-up play from him once again. Excuse me. Ball's gone all the way back to Colwell. Here's James. Now Hato. Back to James. Wesley Fofana's taken a horror touch and it's given it away to O'Reilly. Now Doku. Here's Cherky with his first touch. Gets it to O'Reilly. He's going to whip it to the back post. Semenyo's there, but he's over the top of the goal with his header. I can't believe he hasn't scored that. It's Hato getting... I will say, I think Sanchez probably saves it if it's on target. But he should do better, though. Chelsea going to play it out from the back here. Here's Colwill. Caicedo. There's Colwill again. Through the lines for Joao Pedro. Brilliant touch, and he gets away from 2. Malo Gusto now. There's Colwill. He's going to search for Enzo out wide left, and he reaches him. He's being harassed by Matheus Nunes, and one of those ones where he falls over and they give the foul. Yep. As is often the case. Enzo's going to go back to Hato. It seems like the message for Chelsea from the gaffer has been keep hold of the ball a bit more. We're playing it out rather than going long this time. It's Sanchez. Long ball forward from him, reaches Malo Gusto. Now Palmer. He's tripped by Bernardo Silva. It's another foul. Those are totting up now. They're gonna start. He's gonna have to start giving them cards as well. It's James. Hato. To Colwill. Hato around the corner for Enzo. Back again. Colwill once more. He's asking for someone to move into the space so he can pick them out. Instead, it's going to go to Enzo again. He gets it through the lines to Joao Pedro. Good hold-up play from him, dropping deep. Enzo's lost the ball. It's gone to Semenyo here, but Caicedo wins the ball back. And now Enzo's been stamped on by Bernardo Silva. Or I think that might be Nunes, actually, rather. Yeah. Colwill has been very, very integral to us getting a little bit better in terms of our defending here. It's not just because he's a good defender, it's more so the fact he's very good at leading that backline. He's very good at, telling other players where to be. It's Sanchez. Long ball over the top. Cucurella was behind Kusanov if he missed it, but he didn't. Nunes will now pick it up. Here's Gay. Trafford. Long ball from him. Seeking out Jeremy Doku. It's just going to run all the way to Malo Gusto, who heads it back to Sanchez. He can now pick that up. Thomas Tuchel, obviously, in the crowd, looking at his England players. I'm sure he's secretly rooting for Chelsea as well. It's a foul on... Yeah, I was going to say it's a foul on Levi Colwill, who forced a turnover, but they've pulled it back for a foul. That is a foul. Bit forceful. See, that's the thing, because I think that's pretty much exactly the same thing that Kusanov did to Joao Pedro in the first half, and they didn't call it as a penalty. I think it's the exact same thing. And they've called it. Here's Sanchez. Under pressure is kicked off the pitch. Yes, interesting. Okay, the commentary are pointing out interesting little tactical tweak that we've done. So we're leaving Cucurella really up high so that Nunes can't get forward. And it's also kind of giving Enzo a bit more space in that left channel with him not being there. Here's Doku, though. Gay. To Rodri. Back out to Doku. He's got 2 for company. Gets past Palmer. Can he get past Gusto? He does, but Palmer wins it back. And then it's cleared. No foul given. Doku is claiming his case. I don't think there's anything in that. It's Rodri. Now we seem to get a fall back into the pattern that we had before, where City have a lot of the ball, although Rodri has just given it away to Caicedo, and here's João Pedro. Where's Fofana's making the run down the middle of the pitch, but we decided not to push too much, and we decided to keep the ball instead. Here's Caicedo through the lines to Palmer. Good turn from him. Gets away from Gay. Switches it out to Malagusto in space. He's going to whip it across. It's a poor ball from him in truth, and it's cleared. Here's Gay now. High press from Chelsea are going to force City to play their way out or give it away, and in truth they've just smacked it off Augusto for a throw. We need to remember that because we stopped Josh King from getting his first goal, that we just... Well, it's been a bizarre... Sorry, I interrupted. There's a bizarre error from Trafford, who's just left the ball run out across the line and given us a corner for free. A little bit of a momentum changer now, because Chelsea fans are all over the City players. Chelsea have now got a corner, which we wanted to take short and the referee didn't let us. If they concede from this, he's gonna feel like a right twat, I tell you. It will be swung into the box this time by James. Trafford didn't get it. Caicedo forward. It's off the line by Rodri. Caicedo wins the ball back, and then the referees, of course, called a foul for nothing. The amount of times Caicedo wins the ball and gets called a foul against him is absolutely ridiculous. This is another case of this. Oh, it's a brilliant header from Caicedo, but Rodri was smart to get back on the line and stop that from being a goal. It's Doku on the left-hand side. Gets away from Gusto, but can't get away from Palmer, who's gone down injured here. And he's going to get up on his feet quickly, which might save his opposite number from being... He's late on Cole Palmer, though. That should be a yellow. It's the exact same thing that Enzo did, a follow-through, and they haven't booked him. It's just ridiculous, man. I don't get it. We're just reffed completely differently to every other team in the league. I really don't understand it. Long ball from Sanchez, seeking out João Pedro. He didn't win the ball. Rodri will head it straight back to us, though. And now it's going to go back to Sanchez. He's got Haaland for company. He's going to smack it long to the left-hand side. Cucurella wins the ball in the air and gets it to Enzo, who's going to play it in behind. And Cucurella's going to try and get this. He does get there ahead of Kusanov, and he's fouled him. And he's going to get carded for that, the young man. That's good refereeing for once. Good shit. Discussions going on at the back post between Fofana, João Pedro and Colwill. Reece James is over the free kick for the in-swinger. Now how good his delivery can be. Needs to get this one spot on. Palmer's run away from the ball. The signal goes up. The ball's now going to come in. It's cleared, but only as far as Caicedo, who's possibly fouled there, but Doku's kept it. Here's Enzo, and he's going to win a corner. They're going to claim for a handball. I think proximity will save him. I think proximity will save him for that handball. They are taking a look at it. Nah. But arm close to the chest and its proximity. There's no way. Nothing in that. I'm interesting to see the one from Doku, though, on Caicedo. Chelsea really in the ascendancy here with another corner. Momentum with the dark blue side of this tie. James on the corner again with Palmer for company. That won't be given. That's never given. That's never a handball. Ball into the front post. It's touched by Joao Pedro, and James will pick it up again. He's going to swing in another one, this time to the back post. And this, it's Wes Fofana. He just mistimed his header. It's a free header at the back post of Wes Fofana. He just jumped a bit too early, I think, there. He said, momentum Chelsea. We really got to keep this on them. I think O'Reilly just does just enough to put him off. Doku. Back to Gate. As the commentary team rightly says, City just really haven't found that kind of attacking impotent, I can't say the word, you know what I mean. That kind of attacking threat, let's say, through the usual suspects. They're really not able to kind of, they've been nullified really by Chelsea's, I don't know if it's our formation or our tenacity or the occasion or what, but they just don't seem as threatening as they normally do. Stream's a bit behind. My stream is always a bit behind as well. Harto's won the ball back now. Good work from him, but Semenyo will win it back from him. Here's Silva, blocked by Caicedo, and now we're winning the ball back a lot more here. Caicedo around the corner for James. Referee's in his way. He plays the ball in behind for Palmer. It would have been brilliant if he got it through, but Gay made the interception. It will be a Chelsea throw on the right side. It seems like the Man City players are starting to get a bit nervy. Colwill to Sanchez. Long ball from him goes straight to O'Reilly. And his header forward is going to be picked up by Wes Fofana. Good work from him to keep it on the pitch, and then Doku has fouled him. That's about the 5th foul that Doku has done, and he's still not been carded. This guy's been tripping our defenders up over and over again. Getting nothing for it. We crossed the 60th minute. I was going to say, if there's going to be any substitutions, now would probably be the time. And Mateo Kovacic, ex-Chelsea, of course, has just been called to the bench by his manager. Will be a free kick taken by Rob Sanchez. Long ball to Malo Gusto. Gusto will, Gay rather, will hit it forward. And then Haaland will play it off the pitch. It'll be interesting to see who he comes on for. Kovacic, of course, known for being good on the ball in terms of his dribbling, but I mean, if you want to get a goal or an assist or something, I don't think he's really the man to call on, so it's interesting to see who he'll be coming on for. Harto's going to spear a long ball over the top for Cucurella, but he didn't make the run. Gay will pick up the ball now. It's Nunes. Gives the ball straight to Cucurella. Now Caicedo. Reece James. Gusto. So City are just giving the ball away at will now. They seem a bit nervous. They don't really know what they're doing. Here's Palmer. Gusto. Gets it back to Reece James, who's absolutely clattered by Bernardo Silva, and the referee says play on, because we've kept the ball. No, potency was not the word I was looking for the record. Ball forward from Reece James, seeking out Malo Gusto. Trafford will get it. The word I was looking for was impetus, I think is the word I was looking for. Because it's very close to the word impotence, which isn't the word I was looking for, which is what my brain called. Ball forward. Here's Cherky. Yeah, Trafford a little bit nervous as well, but he's... Again, I think it's just the City have been under a lot of pressure, and now Cherky's giving the ball away. Unlike him, what's he doing? Gives it straight to Cucurella, and he's going to burst forward. He's got Joao Pedro to his left, and he's going to get the ball to him. And he's going to spin his man here, Joao Pedro, and get straight past Mateus Nunes. He's doing so brilliantly, Joao Pedro, but good determination from the Portuguese right back to get back at him, and it's going to come back to Chelsea now. Levi Colwill. I think, yeah, the commentary team are pointing out that this substitution with Kovacic, I think, is going to be for Rodri. He looks absolutely knackered. I don't know if it's because he's got not enough running in the legs or if he's got an injury or what's going on there, but he's struggling. And I think that's part of the reason why we're just bypassing the midfield so quickly. Here's Colwill. He's going to play it forward into the space for Enzo. Harto. Cucurella. Forward for Harto. There's an offside flag up against Cucurella, I think, in the end, but I feel like he was on. And now City are going to make the substitution. Yeah, Rodri coming off. To be fair, I don't think that's particularly a good thing for them. It's one thing I will say that they lose from Rodri going off as well is height at set pieces, because we have been getting a few of them. Here's Colwill now. Ball into Enzo. Caicedo. He's going to drive through the middle. Good work from him. The referee is constantly getting in our midfielder's way, by the way. Palmer. Malo Gusto. Get it across. There's Joao Pedro's in the box. He's been fouled here by Kusanov. At least he's going to claim it. He has been. And Darren England waves it away immediately. We'll see if VAR check that. I think it's a bit soft. He has definitely got a hold of him, but I think it's a bit soft. So Riley gives the ball away. Here's Doku. Gets past one. And now here's Kovacic. Or Cherky, rather. He gets away from a couple of challenges. Ball out to Semenyo. Cherky. Whips it across for Doku. Good first touch from him, to be fair. Here's Gay. He's going to swing the ball into the back post, and it's cleared by Wes. Kovacic has lumped it to Doku again. Doku across the face, and it's cleared by Wes Fofana. It's going to be a corner for Man City, and again, one of their main threats from corners is not on the pitch anymore. Yeah, that's nothing. There's nothing in that for. I don't know why Joao Pedro's even gone to the ground there. Honestly, I feel like he's probably got a better chance of scoring if he just stays on his feet. Will be a corner to City. These are always threatening. It will be really interesting to see who's the first Chelsea change. It's Cherky who's on the corner. Referee's going to talk to some of the players for pushing and pulling, as they always do, but I don't get why they do this, because they never call it as a foul anyway. It's just time wasting for no reason. Referee just wanted to be a part of the game again. Ball taken short is Doku. Cherky will put it to the back post, and Gay's knocked it back, but Sanchez has claimed it. Sanchez is going to try and get us going away here with João Pedro, but he couldn't get the ball under his spell, and now City are going to start to get a bit of possession, which we don't really want them to get. I think we've kind of exhausted ourselves a little bit with that flurry that we had about 20 minutes ago. It's Doku. Gay. Nunes to Semenyo. Up against Cucurella again, who tackles him brilliantly, and it's going to be another corner. So City in the ascendancy now. City corner. Swung in by Bernardo Silva this time, and it's cleared away by Wes Fofana, who was absolutely in acres of space. Good run from Hato, forces Nunes to go all the way back to Trafford. Now hopefully Chelsea can get out a little bit here. Cherky's going to play the ball forward, but it's straight over the top and to Sanchez. Cherky has not gotten into this game very quickly, I will say. Here's Sanchez. He's going to dink it into Gusto. Tries to get it to Palmer, who's been thrown to the floor by Kovacic. Bro, this referee has started to do my head in. Palmer was clearly fouled, and then he's gotten up and tackled someone else, and then they've given the foul against him. It's just fucking useless, isn't he? It's Kovacic. He's going to try and go on one of his runs, but he's tackled by Caicedo perfectly, and the referee's given a fucking foul for it. Dickhead. Joke of a fucking game. Kovacic mishits his pass. Hato will clear. João Pedro gets the knock on. Gay will beat Palmer to this. He goes back to Kusanov. Semenyo back to Cherky. He tries to play the ball across, but he's intercepted by Hato. Haaland's going to pick it up. Here's Silva now. In behind for Haaland, who's on the right side. He cuts it across for Semenyo, and what a flick. Can't even say anything bad about it. It's just a bit of magic, isn't it? And it all comes off of the back of a foul that wasn't a fucking foul. And this is exactly what I said before, is that if we kept playing the way that we were playing, eventually they're going to score and we're not going to have enough attacking, threat to get one back. It's the first time Haaland's even touched the ball in this game, I'm pretty sure, and he's got an assist. Fofana gets dragged out. Does he get back in time? I don't know who's supposed to be marking Semenyo there, if I'm being honest. It's a really good finish, though. Can't discredit it. I don't think anything can be said about that. And that's a killer, because after the sustained pressure that we had for 20 minutes and we didn't get a goal, and also for how well defensively we've been, I did say if we were going to concede one today, so there we go. Ball's been flicked on for Cucurella, and Gay will smash it clear. Surprised we're not seeing any substitutes warm up here, because we probably need them. Harto's going to leave the throw in for Cucurella, and the centre-backs are going to get up into the box here, I just seen, which is a bit interesting. We don't often opt for long throws, or ever opt for long throws, let's say. This one is going to go into, and it's flicked in by... Oh! It's flicked in by Colwill, and Enzo had an opportunity with a little flick, and it's just gone over the top. Oh my god, that would have been a brilliant reply. In fact, he's being manhandled by Gay there. He should be claiming for a penalty. He's got two arms wrapped around him. That should be a pen. And they're just not going to give it. Cucurella is now coming off for Pedro Neto, so the change which I suggested is now happening. Pedro Neto on the left-hand side. He is the top goal scorer in this competition at the moment, in terms of who's still in the competition. If he gets another one, he goes top joint with that Burton Albion player that I forget the name of. It's O'Reilly. Surging up the left-hand side. Here's Doku. Kovacic back to Kusanov. Out to Semenyo, who's kept it in on the line. Ball's gone forward for Bernardo Silva. Tackled by Enzo, good work. Harto. Brilliant. Pedro Neto. Enzo again. Under a lot of pressure, he's going to play it back to the goalkeeper here, and Sanchez will spoon it away. But Doku's going to pick it up again. Kovacic. And this is the problem, because we spent the entire first half defending, we just don't have enough time to win the game now. The ball's cleared by Gusto. Good hold-up play from Joao Pedro. He's fouled by Gay, but the referee's going to play advantage. Pedro Neto's going to knock it past his man and try and surge onto this with his fresh legs, and Gay has to come across to stop him from getting forward. Throw for Chelsea on the right side. Gusto back to Colwill. Haaland's fouled Wes Fofana, and then Nico O'Reilly has fouled Gusto, and they've not called either. Brilliant. I love this. I love being refereed completely differently to every other fucking team in the league. It's brilliant. And Doku is... Wow, that's... If they score from this, that's fucking scummy as shit. Doku's acted like he was going to kick the ball out, and then he suddenly went forward. Although Harto's now dragging us up the pitch now. Neto. Over the top for Harto again. He's going to go all the way through here. Joel Harto, who's then been thrown to the floor in the box. It's got to be a foul. It has to be a penalty. He's not got any of the ball. Neto. Enzo in the box. Gets past one. Neto again. Fucking stupid, this refereeing. Dinked into the back post and no one's there. Don't even know who he was aiming for then. Can't believe they haven't called this for a penalty, by the way. Caicedo. Ball checked and cleared, you fucking losers. We've been screwed again. It's going off the card now. Palmer. Into the box. Gusto. Dinked it to the back post. No one's there except for Pedro Neto, who's going to pick it up on the other side. Harto to James. Now Fofana. City are holding on now. Chelsea just slowed it down a bit. It's Fofana again. Colwell. Harto. Ball down the line for Enzo, who's the one who's made the run and has to be cleared by Kusanov. Absolutely none of the fucking ball. Throws him to the floor. Left leg comes across and trips him over, and they've not called it. What's even the fucking point of playing the game when you just get fucking reffed like this? What's even the fucking point? It's disgusting. Ball forward for Palmer. Gusto. Whipped in for João Pedro, and Kusanov is in the way. O'Reilly only gives it back to Gusto. Palmer. Gets it to Enzo. Neto. Shot. Saved. It's going to fall for Gusto again. Doku's going to get back and claim the ball. Get past his man. But he's tackled by Caicedo. Double ricochet for a throw-in for Chelsea. Chelsea really in the ascendancy here, but we've got to get it in the back of the net or it doesn't matter. Enzo. James. Ball out wide for Neto. Into Enzo in the middle. Enzo across over the top for João Pedro, who's been thrown to the floor again. He's not going to get that one. And O'Reilly can pick it up on the left side. He's got Malagusto for company. And now cleared away by Mark Gay. He's given a foul on Caicedo for fucking nothing. Useless fucking stupid cunt of a ref. Ten minutes to go. Here's Kovacic. Ball all the way back to Trafford. Cleared by O'Reilly. It's going to go all the way over to Sanchez here. Oh, fucking hell. Harto's giving the ball away. Kovacic, he's going to go on one of his runs. Tries to play the ball forward, but it's blocked by Wes. Liam Delap is getting readied. Gay back to Trafford. João Pedro's just gone down injured there. He slipped and he's hurt himself. Kovacic. Referee has now finally stopped the game for our player being down injured after fucking 10 seconds of him being on the floor. Exactly. I just knew this would happen. I said this at the top of the stream. I said the last 5, maybe 6 finals that we've been in, we have been fucked over by the referees in every single one of them. Every single one, they've had some controversial decision go against us. Whether it be the Lukaku offside or the Kovacic getting a red card for no fucking reason, multiple penalty calls not being counted, Arsenal having 2 handballs in one of the finals and that neither of them being counted. We always get fucked over at Wembley in these cup finals. We always do. Liam Delap is now on. Who's he come on for? He's come on for Reece James, which is interesting. So we're going to go either to a back 4 or we're going to go to I think we're going like a 4-4-2 or something. I don't know what we're going into. I was going to say, you know what? Delap, you've been shit all season. It's all forgiven if you score here. If you score a goal here, Delap, you're a fucking hero. Doku can't keep it in. It'll be a Chelsea throw. Yeah, we've gone to a 4-4-2. Gusto. Ball forward from Colwill. It's just going to fall for Trafford here. Gay up to Nico O'Reilly. Now Doku. Ball forward for O'Reilly, who continued his run. He's got tons of space. Haaland's in the middle. It's a brilliant intervention from Caicedo. How many times have we said that? That's just stopped a certain goal. Cherky. Neto battled back. They've given no foul. I think that that's a foul, but that's the thing. I think that's the same foul that we got in the box and they didn't call it. So I don't fucking understand it. Cherky. Nunez hits it off the post. I think it's a save from Sanchez, actually. He's knocked it onto the post. Really surprised Garnacho hasn't come on, by the way. João Pedro looks absolutely dead on his feet. I'm really not sure why he's playing. Offside flag up against Nunez on the left. Oh, I'm not sure who that was on the left hand side. Yeah, it's another. You know what? It's another worldie from Sanchez. I'm going to take this one now. Cherky, brilliant save from Sanchez again. Doku in the box. Tackled by Enzo brilliantly. Gusto. Who's been absolutely crocked by Bernardo Silva. It's about the 15th fucking time he's made a foul like that and he's not been booked yet. João Pedro is now coming off. And it is Garnacho who's coming on. So the change that I just suggested is now happening. He's being heavily booed by City fans, who, of course, he scored against in the 2024 FA Cup final. Yeah, Sanchez has been brilliant today. Enzo. Long ball. Seeking out Liam Delap. He's going to always put loads of pressure on here. Gay's fallen to the floor for no reason, and they've given a fucking free kick for it. He's done nothing. He's done literally nothing. He's just running behind him and he's just fallen over. Fucking useless referees, man. These guys are useless. Have they ever refereed a game before? I don't think I've ever seen a worse refereed performance in my life, genuinely. It's disgusting. It's like they're just falling over there was literally no contact from Delap there at all, and he just falls over. They give it as a foul. Well, we've got 5 minutes to go, plus whatever they'll add on. Is Semenyo on the left-hand side. Gets it to Haaland. He can't control it. Colwill gets it away. If there's any time for someone to be a hero, now is the time. Cherky. Kovacic. Big claims of press forward from Callum McFarlane on the touchline we've just heard there. We are now back into a 4-3-3 with Neto on the right, Garnacho on the left, or technically a 4-2-3-1 rather, with Palmer as the 10. Kusanov to Cherky, here's Nunez in the inverted position. They just seem like they've got extra legs than us now. They're just running through us. Gusto will make the intervention and gets it away. I feel like this is the long season that we've had with the Club World Cup and everything has finally come to a head. We're just absolutely dog shit now. We just get tired so quickly. We ran out of steam in the 60th minute. Semenyo. And they can just pass it around for all they want. We're never going to get the ball back. Doku. Can't get past Malagusto. Oh, and they've given a fucking foul for literally nothing! Again! This guy is actually a fucking dickhead. He needs to get fucking bottles thrown at him when he leaves the stadium today. At least one thing, this does give us an opportunity to break on the counter if they put the ball into the box, which I don't think they'll do. They'll pass it back. They'll take it short. You know. Eat my fucking cereal. I don't even care anymore. There we go. They take it short and they just start passing it around again. Doku tries to go around Cole Palmer and gets it to the back post. It's going to be a goal kick. 2 minutes plus additional time for Chelsea to do something. Long ball. Missed in the air by Delap. Harto will get it forward. Bernardo Silva forward, and Colwell will kick it away. Here's Doku. Pedro Neto is going to try and use his pace to unsettle O'Reilly, and he does. Ball for Doku is... You know what? Malagusto has been bloody brilliant today. Long ball from Sanchez up to Delap. Gay all over the back of him, and they don't call it, of course. He's kicked away. 5 minutes of additional time is going to be played, supposedly. Here's Haaland. Tackled by Enzo. There's going to be an offside flag up against the Norwegian, so we get to take our free kick. 5 minutes are going to be nervy for City as they try and hold on, as Chelsea are going to get some possession here. Palmer. Enzo. Malagusto. He's going to swing it in for Liam Delap! Oh, too much on the header. It's a brilliant ball in as well from Malagusto on the left peg. Oh, it's just a direction, it's just not there. He tries to head it, rather than guide it towards the goal, he tries to head the ball. He needs to just flick that. Now James Trafford is going to take as long as he fucking wants on this thing, because they're not going to give him a booking. We're getting a mega. That's the one thing, we're getting a mega instead. Cherky to Semenyo. Taken off the ball by Fuck off! This guy, these fucking refs are so against us. He's literally not even touched him, man. He's just flopped to the fucking floor and then... Oh, and he's booked him as well. You fucking nonce. Useless fucking pricks. All of them. Every single fucking one of them. And they're taking 15 minutes over this free kick as well. No time, no yellow cards given for time wasting. Oh, fuck off, man! They just call everything. They just dive to the fucking floor under no contact and they call it every time. Garnacho wins it back. Harto. Colwell's going to launch one. Bernardo Silva hits it forward. Colwell's going to get this one. Fofana panics and clears it away. Semenyo again. I think he was offside. He's kicked the ball away there, ref, and he's not given a yellow card for it, of course. How many fucking times? If we did that, we'd get booked immediately. Enzo forward. Fofana. Colwell. Chelsea throw. High up the pitch. Harto's going to launch one forward here. Fofana knocks it on. Pedro Neto takes a strike. Oh. Hits it straight at O'Reilly. He really needs to not shoot there, man. Gusto's won it off of Doku. Neto. Forward, bruv. Forward. Gusto's giving it away. Fucking hell. Haaland to Doku. We've put all of our centre-backs up the pitch trying to score, and now they're going to get another one. Cherky to Haaland. Terrible touch. He's going to play it back. And they've called a fucking foul on Wes Fofana for nothing as well, bruv. And they've wasted, I will say, they have wasted about 3 minutes of this additional time, and watch them blow it exactly 5 minutes. We're going to kick the ball away here. It's just gone over 5 minutes. We're going to kick the ball. Yeah, they've blown it at 5 minutes. Fucking useless. These cunts have screwed us out of another fucking trophy. Fuck off. I'm not even watching the fucking rest of that shit. Fuck that. I'm ending stream. I'll see you guys later. I don't